Alright, Rosebud here. I'm going to do a quick review on Sally Hansen nails. Now, I've been using Sally Hansen G's for a while now. I did do a tutorial today, actually. Got me into this. On how to use the French tips, and I did a little bit of a sparkle as well to it. Or not a sparkle, but more like a splatter. So I did do that. You can go ahead and watch that on a how-to. But this is reviewing on how simple or complicated this can be. Now, for Sally Hansen, I find they're actually quite simple, easy to do. This one was actually designed for the without the gel, although you can still use the gel coating with it, and you just need a light for that. And then the gel coat, and then also need the rubbing alcohol to get the excess gel off. But again, this is just a review, and it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. They do come with this, which goes over, step-by-step instructions. It's pretty self-explanatory. It'd help if I had it on the English side, so make sure you got it on the right side. But it takes about if I do my own designs along with it, it's about 30 minutes per hand. That's putting the tips on, putting the gel on, then putting the design, and then the gel on again. It takes me about 30 minutes per hand. So that's But if we just do just as the box says to do, and we're gonna get our tips here, it's not so bad. Now, from my experience with this, the first time I did one of these Sally Hansens, I did mess it up because I thought that all you had to do was peel this off, which is just the plastic film. And then I thought that it would stick, and I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't stick. It wouldn't stick, and I didn't understand why. Well, then I discovered that you actually have to rip it apart, and in doing so, then you can get to the film, which is the nail color. For first-time users, it doesn't specify that accurately, in my opinion. I'm just using a fake acrylic nail here just to kind of show you how easy this part of it is. And like I said, this is just the fringe tip. If you were to use the full, then you would actually go all the way down to the nail bed. But I mean, that's pretty simple. You get it on, you want to make sure you don't have any creases in it. Which is pretty easy enough to just rub out. The problem that I do have with Sally Hansen nails that you wouldn't have with just regular nail polish as much is, I don't know if I can get this close enough where you can see where when I ripped it off, I don't know if you can really see that very well, part of that nail is showing through. So that's kind of frustrating at times. Sometimes I'll take a little black bit of this designer nail polish, if I can get it open here, and I'll touch it up with that. Sometimes I'll just leave it. It's not that noticeable, but that's it. I mean, it's not wet, so you don't have to worry about, especially if you have kids. If you have kids, you don't have to worry about if your daughter or son or whomever come running up and give you a big old hug out of the blue. You don't have to worry about your nail polish getting destroyed while you're trying to look nice. So if you watch my tutorial, this is about the time I put the gel coat on. Again, you don't have to do that. If you were just doing a regular nail, if it was the full Sally Hansen nail, you could just put a clear coat over it or no coat over it at all and be done. So that's nice. It is very, very quick as far as that goes. For the Sally Hansen, when you open these up, again, there's this film right here. And you think that if you pull it back, that film should be broken, but it doesn't. And so that's another thing that's frustrating, and then you have to try to find something to open it with. And depending on what you find, sometimes I use the orange wood stick most of the time that comes in the kit with this. All of them come with the orange wood stick and a nail file, which is nice. So I normally use the orange wood stick for that. And then if you were to get a Sally Hansen that does the full nail, this is what it would come with, only the design would be on this part. So we're going to use this to do the final coat over the fringe tip nail that we put on. So again, when I first got this, I couldn't get over, and I think that the instructions should be more clear. You want to rip this top back off, okay? So that you can get to the film. Otherwise, you could play with it for hours, and I mean hours, trying to get that off. So then this part is going to go over the nail bed. And you really, and like I said, I'm just kind of doing this for review purposes, but you do want to make sure that it is matched with the nail, which this obviously is not. And then you just rip that off. And again, sometimes it does bunch. Part of the reason why this one bunched a little bit was because it was too big of a size for the nail. But again, sometimes when you're ripping these off, that same corner is, again, came off. So is there frustration with it? Yes. If you are short on time and want your nails to look good, and don't want to spend hours at a nail salon to get them to look nice, or don't want to walk around afraid to touch anything for hours. If you have kids, this, it's fast. They end up looking nice. Like I did mine, and you learn different tricks. They look nice. I didn't have any dry time. They're dry right now. I'm not going to mess it up. I found that they last about 2 weeks. As long as I've been able to make them last. Now, if you have a strenuous job, such as where your hands are constantly in and out of the water, probably a week and a half at max. But again, for the price, I think for this kit, I think I only spent like $8. Now, if you get a kit with the gel, I believe it's like $13-ish, and that's at Walmart. You can also get it at Amazon, and all kinds of other places as well. Walgreens tends to have a really good selection of these as well. So for my review, I like it. It is time saving. The thing that I like the most about the Sally Hansen is the dry time. I can put these on, just before I go to work and not have to worry about them still being wet. So you can get creative with them. You can put one style on one nail and another style on the rest of the nails, or however you want. You can be very creative with them and not have to worry about dry time. I like to do my nails just before I go to bed. And the problem with that is your nails are still wet, and although they may feel like they're all the way dry, they're really not. And then they mess up while you're sleeping. With the Sally Hansen, I don't have that problem. So yeah, overall, I like them. I like the fact that there's no dry time. I'd say that would be the highlight of the Sally Hansen. It's really simple and easy to do. Again, I did a tutorial on how to do the French tips, if you want to go ahead and watch that. I'm also excited to say that I ordered some Jamberries, and that's coming in the mail. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll do a tutorial and a review on the Jamberries and see how they compare to the Sally Hansen's. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. So go ahead, make a comment. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Let me know how I'm doing. This is like probably my second video, so bear with me. Let me know if it's helpful though. Let me know if you have any ideas that you want me to try to help or do a review with the nails on, because I'm kind of interested in it. We'll see how this hobby goes. Alright, so we will see you guys later. Alright.